Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Buffalo Sports Center. Time for another Sabres stream. Let's go. Let's go. We're back. Another beautiful Sabres stream. It's been... Hope everyone's doing good here tonight. Elijah, I see you. What's going on? Victor, what's going on? Trio, I'll be vaping for the next couple minutes. Good for you. Happy to hear that. It's another Sabres game. The Sabres have won 2 in a row against the Detroit Red Wings, and on Monday they beat the Edmonton Oilers 5-1. Definitely something this team needed after going 1 win in their previous 10 games. It's been an injury crisis after injury crisis. It's not been great. I'm glad that they finally strung together a couple of wins. But now what they need to do is beat a team, probably the worst team in the NHL, the Calgary Flames. The Calgary Flames have only gotten 5 wins this year out of 19 games now. We're talking 19 games. I think 17, no, 20, over 20. Yeah, over 20. I'm talking, this is going to be their 22nd game. So they are definitely not good. They have been struggling for goals. Dustin Wolf. I'm thinking of Devin Cooley. Dustin Wolf, their main goalie. I don't believe he's playing tonight. He played last night in Chicago, but he's been trying his hardest to keep this team somewhat relevant, but it has not gone well for him. But we probably shouldn't be seeing him tonight. We'll most likely see Calgary's backup. I can't imagine Calgary, even though their season already appears to be lost, sitting at a 5-13-3 record, that they want to run Dustin Wolf into the ground already. As much as things can go bad for Buffalo, it could be worse. You could be Calgary. If Buffalo doesn't win, I swear to God, yeah, my thoughts exactly. AI. Even though the Sabres themselves have lost so many players to injuries, they win this game, they're back to 500, and the season is not over. The Sabres are entering a home run of games here, and they got to win each and every one of them. They face, of course, the Flames here tonight. In a couple of nights, they face the Chicago Blackhawks, and then they host the Carolina Hurricanes on Saturday. The Sabres need to go 3-0 here. Continue their home form dominance. Incredibly important. But, ESPN, stop it. Oh, and yeah, I know I don't have the goat head graphics up on the screen. To be honest, I was just kind of lazy. Did not feel like making him. But the Sabres are, if you're watching, wearing the goat heads. Oh, great. Jordan Greenway. He's mic'd up. It's great. He's going to provide so much on the ice. Actually, he'll be doing a ton of talking. It's not like he'll be on the ice often. He shouldn't be on the ice. There is that one quote as the game is about to get underway of Ryan McLeod. He's like, actually, Jordan Greenway is supposed to be on the ice and not me for that shorthanded goal to tie up the Detroit game. So good thing he wasn't, because that would not have been a goal. Hashtag Greenway, yes. Tip it into the Calgary end. Devin Cooley, as I expected, is in the starter's crease here for the Calgary Flames. Calgary crossing over the Sabres blue line. There's a quick shot. Why is Luukkonen already looks trash. Flames working it around in the zone. They get another quick shot on goal. Luukkonen pads it away. Now the Sabres chip it forward. Jordan Greenway in on the race. He'll get to the near side corner, getting hugged there by the defenseman, Mackenzie Weegar. 50 seconds into this game, Sabres finally get some taste of offensive zone time. Not really. No possession. Calgary flips it out down the ice. It's a foot race. It's not going to be an icing. Samuelsson just about wins the way. Or Connor Timmins just about wins the race. He'll calmly play it to the far side. Now the Sabres across the blue line. Send that one to the front of the net. And Cooley will hold on. Tage was going to the back post, but Sabres could not get it to him. And if you guys can't tell, I'm starting to get a little sick. It's that time of the year again, which is why this is not drugs. This is, I don't know, Theraflu. Help my throat. I've been steadily getting worse over the course of the day, but I told y'all I would stream, so here I am. And I have finals in 2 days. What a time to get sick. What a great time. Doan tried to free it up in the near side corner. Flames take it away from him. And here's Blake Coleman, the former New Jersey Devil, Tampa Bay Lightning, all the sorts. He gets it into the Sabres end. Zary sends a shot over the net. And I'm sorry, why did I say Luukkonen? It was Devin Cooley's been in the net. He's been stellar over the last few games. Saved the Sabres in Detroit. Got the start against the Edmonton Oilers as well. It's been a good couple of games for him. He's definitely earned the starts he's getting now after going, 3 weeks in between his first and second starts of the year? Over-the-counter medication sucks. Just sweat it out. Yeah, it's also expensive. Downey can't afford that. Okay. You know what? ESPN Plus is going to want to be like this all night. Nice stretch pass. McLeod over the blue line, drops it, finds a trailer. Jack Quinn walking to the net, takes the short angle shot. Cooley just squeezes against that post and makes the save. Yeah, ESPN Plus, you want to maybe stop buffering? If you're buffering, that means everything's buffering, and that's not good. But we got a whistle here. Oh, it's just gonna... Do I put this on my phone? Is that what we're going towards? Huh? Is that what we're going towards? Okay, that's what we're going towards. Already. We got problems. You're causing me problems already. I'm so great. I'm so grateful. I missed 7 seconds. Just drink a lot of juice, water, stay hydrated. I have been. Oh, Sabres drew a penalty here. All right. Looks like, what, Huberdeau or someone's going to get the call? Okay. Looks like Sabres nonetheless are going to the power play here. There we go. Okay, ESPN Plus just going to be dog crap. Fine. Fine. I'll go on without you. But yeah, I have a bottle, or I got the Theraflu here, and I have a whole bottle of water behind that. So we're locked and loaded, chat. Even though ESPN Plus seems to be ill, it keeps buffering and perpetually buffering. I'm so grateful that I pay $12 a month for that. Ah! It's loud! Too loud. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of that. Screw that. Alright, Sabres on the power play here. I wonder if Noah Ostlund, no, Isak Rosén is out in the first power play unit. Puck is pinned on the far boards. Ostlund can't get it towards the net. It's picked off by the Flames, and they'll throw it down the ice. Sabres, of course. Remember when the Sabres had a top 5 power play in the league? Well, we all knew they were on fraud check. They just got hot at the right moment. Because Dahlin also just overskated the puck. Here comes Blake Coleman shorthanded, crossing back over the Sabres blue line. Plays it down low to Huberdeau. Back to Coleman. He pins it behind the Sabres net. Sabres just about get it free, and now they can finally go forward here with the puck. Nope, they'll drop it back. Yep. Here's Tage. Going over the mid logo. He'll throttle this one into the end. Calgary end. Calgary gets to it first. They get it to the blue line. Oh, could have been a breakaway, but Dahlin just about breaks that break up. Now Quinn, he'll drop it. Sabres enter the zone here, courtesy of Dahlin. He finds Rosén on the outside. Rosén, though, loses control of that puck on the boards. Ooh, Sabres try to just whack it out of the air and towards the net, but the Flames get it again, and they'll send it down the ice. They had a man in behind the defense as well. That could have been dangerous. Of course, the Sabres getting off to a stellar power play start here. They have 0 shots on goal. And they turn the puck over and just inside the blue line. Yeah, that makes sense. Here comes McLeod to the outside. That misses a man. Actually deflected off his skate. Puck goes behind the Calgary net now. McLeod has it along the boards. It's still pinned over there. Kevin Ball trying to clear it for the Flames, and he does. All right. This is just fantastic, Buffalo. Against the 18th ranked power play. Now they're off. No, they're not offsides, but they did lose control of the puck. That's the end of that power play. What a waste of 2 minutes. I'm so happy that the Sabres do this to my eyes. They may be just one game under 500, but doesn't mean they're a perfect team. Not even close. But they get it back here. Right at center ice. Here's Kozak dropping it back for Krebs. He's still looking for his first goal of the year. Still has it on the near side boards. Throws it to an open wing. Now those... Oh, good lord. Malenstein couldn't get that on goal. Now it's on the near side here. Flames, they'll get it forward and out of the end. I'm streaming the game and it's in Spanish. Good thing I understand Spanish. Victor, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic. My gut says you are. Oh, look at that. Kadri getting the turnover. Nice save by Ellis. Rebound goes to the near side corner. Sharon Govich trying to get it back out in front. It's still behind the Sabres net. Finally, the Sabres come away with it. They'll rocket it off the boards, but not out. Ball with a glove down to keep it in. He gets to Kadri. Kadri flips it down low. Now back to the point. One-timer from Ball. Straight into the gut. Rebound spilled, and they score! Rasmus Anderson, he had a 2-point game last night against the Chicago Blackhawks, and he gets the Calgary Flames up and running here. It's 1-0. The Flames. Let's go, Buffalo. It's going to be one of those nights, huh? Ellis could not control the rebound. The fourth line got stuck out there for Buffalo. That's one that Ellis definitely should be, you should be controlling that guy. Definitely should be controlling that. Made it way too easy for Rasmus Anderson, and thank God that Jordan Greenway is crashing back to his net instead of being a passenger. Of course, I'm now being sarcastic. We got 11 people in the chat, folks. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. On their 5th shot of the game. Yeah, every time. Every time. Sabres have a couple of good games, and they come out with this piece of crap. This dud. The effort just has not been there so far tonight. And by the way, they are facing the worst team in the NHL coming off a back-to-back. So, yeah. Yep. That is a thing. I don't even have these on. Sabres. Looking to get forward. Nope, they can't. Here comes the Flames. Up the far side. So that Rasmus Anderson goal was his 5th of the season. There's no flame like an old flame. A Calgary Flame. Come on, Buffalo. Ah, that's good. That's pretty good. Now there's a stoppage. Looks like the puck went out of play, and there we'll go to commercial. All right, this is a great time for me to finally try to get ESPN Plus working on my computer. It's not the Wi-Fi. Not my phone's working just fine streaming the game. But alas, we'll try it again. Just don't know why it seems cooperate with me. Cooperate. But yeah, it looks like the Sabres are also putting out a dud of a performance thus far. Okay. And folks, I don't know if you're aware, the YouTube TV and ESPN dispute is over. Unfortunately, it means you guys, whoever you're on ESPN Plus, losing access to MLB TV starting after next year. Maybe it is for next season. I don't read very closely. Yes, I am in law school as well. Alright, we'll see how long this lasts on my computer. Don, LA Lakers, 11-4 record. Nice. I wish the Sabres had an 11-4 record. That'd be great. That would be great. You know, it's a commercial break when you see this. Like and subscribe, folks. I may not be too high energy tonight. I'm trying to will myself. Into having some sort of energy, but it's going to be a struggle tonight. Just given my throat and I've been studying all day too, so yeah. Sabres are 1-7-2 when the opponent scores first. Unreal. Good thing that the Sabres gave up the first goal then. We'll make it 2. Win number 2 tonight. All right. Can we get the puck out of the zone? No one can. Nope. Kareem's to the far side corner. Huberdeau trying to fish it back to the point. He can't. Doan breaks it up, and he'll find pass on to the near side. Flipped into the zone by Power, into the corner. Tuck, the $16 million man with a lackluster forecheck, and now Calgary can come back the other way. Nope. Doan again with another breakup. Here comes Doan. High riser. Just glances off the glove of Cooley. Now it goes to the corner here. Tuck, his pass to the point. Finds Darlene. Finds it out wide. Power trying to send it to the back post. That just misses the stick there of Tage and wide. Sabres trying to quickly go back into the zone. They can't. They just chipped it into the Buffalo zone. Buffalo will gather. Would love to have seen Power maybe take the shot on a back of goalie, but hey, we only pay him $8.5 million. Sabres just, there's no compete on their forechecking right now. Here comes Kadri. Another shot. The rebound was there. No one could control it. Still loose in front. Spinorama shot from Kadri again. He's been a Sabre killer all of his career. Just goes wide of Ellis. Now the Sabres can fortunately go forward. They got to wake up here. This has been pretty rough. And the crowd is also not exactly into it. I gotta say, though, this is jersey matchup is kind of a beauty. Here's Samuelson, who's been surprisingly the Sabres' best defenseman. Ooh, there's a good puck battle, won by the Sabres. Krebs shot one wide. It Kareems out to the neutral zone. Still a lot of hockey left to play tonight. Yeah, I don't doubt that. But watch out, Power nearly. I'm getting everything wrong. Maybe I should just stop. Huh? My brain is not registering who's on the puck when they are. Here's Klapka, finds Huberdeau to the point. Anderson, the only goal scorer here in tonight's game. Tries to play it down low. Picked off by Timmins. He turns it over, though. Kept in the zone. Ball, Hish pass to the corner. Deflects off a Sabres stick. And out of play. Don, peanut butter and jelly chicken wings. I actually just had, not those specific chicken wings, but I had other chicken wings a couple nights ago. Actually, it was right before the Oilers game. All right, we got another face-off here in the Sabres' end. Tage leaning into this one against Morgan Frost. He wins it. It was a quick win. They couldn't get a shot off, though. Sabres take it. They'll maybe get some speed going the other way. Doan, good forecheck in there on ball. He forces a turnover. Nice play by Doan. At least he's alert. Tries to flip it to the point. Picked off by Huberdeau, and the Sabres will have to regroup. They'll tip it back into the Calgary zone. Nobody, though, forechecking. Everyone's just on separate pages right now. It allows Anderson to find Matt Coronado. He'll circle back, finds ball to Frost. They tip it into the Sabres end. Played by Ellis, right to Owen Power. Everyone's favorite whipping boy. The new Sam Reinhart. Goes right to Mackenzie Weegar. Trying to split the defenseman. He does. Goes up the ice. Sabres break that up, though. Buffalo in their own end. Oslin, his little chip pass. God, Darlene, can we string together a few passes? We've seen this so many times from the Sabres club before. This reminds me of that Utah game. Actually, that was the last game I have streamed. What a boring-ass game. It was a 2-1 overtime loss. That's what I'm feeling from this game. Or maybe just we lose 4-1 to the worst team in hockey. Either or. I'm not feeling very positive today about this team. I just woke up and decided that. Arbitrarily. Alright. Calgary. Playing it to the near side boards. Sharon Govich was the guy tipping that one in. Timmins, first on the puck, turns it over behind the net, straight to Kadri. Kadri couldn't get it in front, stays behind the net. Sabres whip it out to the far side. Now they'll bank it off the glass and into the neutral zone. Roseanne trying to chase after it, but he plays it into the Flames bench. So that's going to be another commercial break. 1-0, Calgary still. And subscribe, please. Pretty please. Like, what's a good reason not to? Huh? We're so close to 3,250. Let's get halfway to 3,300. Come on, guys. Come on. Eight people in the chat. Pleasure that you are all. Pleasure to be sitting here discussing this terrible, horrendous, terroristic Sabres game. But I'm going to try not to talk as much as possible, just to save my voice throughout this entirety. This whole 60 minutes of play. Oh, and speaking of, you know what? During intermission, folks, remind me, I got to go through the emojis, because we have so many members now. I got to make sure that we can add more emojis. I would love to add more emojis. I lost the list. I know that we were taking suggestions on what we should add, but I've lost that list. We need a professional note taker, because obviously I'm not reliable enough to do this stuff. And also, can you guys tell that I was wearing a hat today? The hair is it's a little all over the place. But yeah, we're about to return from commercial here. Michigan Wolverines and Southern California Trojans are leaving Big Ten Conference to go independent. Is that true? Is that really happening? Can we get a second verification check on that? So I gotta wonder, why did the MSG score bug decide to make the Sabres background red? All right, Sabres win the faceoff just outside the Calgary zone. Krebs will fire it in. Goes into the near side. Good forecheck. Finally, we got one good forecheck. Unfortunately, they couldn't win the puck. Now they do. Kozak plays it right to a Flame. Turns it over, and they can clear the zone. Buffalo will keep possession, though. Power. Rifles one forward. Now to the outside. Greenway slides it forward. Finds Krebs trying to pull up. God, Krebs looks more like sick boy, bedhead than hat head. Maybe it's a little bit of both, Victor. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Here's Sharon Govich on his forehand. He'll slide it behind the net to Kadri. Goes out in front, and they tap it in. Joel Farabee. Hey, looks like the Sabres are just absolutely destroying ourselves. Joel Farabee's going to get his third goal of the season, and the lifeless, hopeless Calgary Flames have 2 goals on 8 shots in the opening 12 minutes here of this game. That's just, you have, okay, it's Owen Power in front of the net. No, he's going to get whipped again. Whipping boy whipped again. Thank you, Owen Power. We pay you $8 million for lifting no sticks. See, goals like that just can't happen. Lindy, it's time to use the timeout now. Your team looks dead. Absolutely dead. This is a must, and this team looks totally dead. No life. No life. And it's not even like these are 2 expert goals by the Flames. No, it's not. It's not. These are just really lazy concessions by the Sabres. And they haven't gotten a single good opportunity on a backup goaltender. At least the only guy that I've noticed is Josh Doan. He's the only one with life, but he always has life. The rest of these clowns, no. And why is my clock stopped? Sabres just got to start. Yeah, Razor's saying it perfectly. It looks like the Sabres got to just win some battles here. It's been very pathetic. This has been a dreadful showing thus far. These guys do realize Calgary's the worst team in the league, right? Yeah, it's unacceptable. All right, Kozak, come on. Just start winning battles. Come on, guys. We always go... Why do we do this to ourselves? We dig ourselves these massive, insurmountable holes, put in a good effort to maybe come back, and we're like, oh, yeah, this is great. We did so well to just have a go in this game. We fought back. That's good enough. Not actually winning. Just standards. Four shots on the back of goaltender. 4 shots. Here's Backlund. His shot blocked. It careened in front of the net. Sabres able to take it and come back the other way. Here's Malenstein. This is just not the team that we saw on Monday against the Oilers. Not at all. Ooh. That centering pass jumped right to the front of the net. Coolly. Victor, you would have to ask Cal. I believe he said he would in the Discord. But I'm not totally certain. If you'd like, you can add him again in the Discord and just inquire one more time. I'm not aware. I'm not sure what he's doing or if he's streaming. I'm pretty sure he is streaming, but don't hold me to that. Sometimes I get it wrong, and he actually doesn't. So I know he's been sick like me the last few days. So it's been kind of a day-by-day basis with him. Just to see if he can have a voice and get healthy. Sean, exactly. This is why this team is not sniffed close to a playoff picture. What happened to pissed off Tage? And there's another face-off that we've lost. It's just no one's really done anything. Here's talk. What? Just stop. Get it to the net. And you got some grumblings beginning in the crowd. Sabres going forward here. Here's Tage. He'll just flip into the corner. I wish we could see some speed. Some of that speed. Finds Doan. Flames just about working in front. Now the Sabres take it away right there. Can't get it on goal. Now there's a quick pass from Doan that was blocked off. Does it a good work again. Tuck to the point. Power out wide. Quick shot. They score! Rasmus Dahlin gets the Sabres back into this one. Finally, the Sabres have a good shift. Finally. It's going to be Dahlin's second goal of the season, folks. They finally got some pressure. It was literally their first good opportunity of the game. One that Devin Cooley should have done a whole lot better with. Nobody in front of him. I think he was actually screened by his own defenseman, Anderson. And the Sabres finally get back into this one. Tage was in front of the net. He gets away from the crease. And yeah, Cooley was just totally lost. Could not track the puck. Didn't see it at all. And Calgary's bench, they're still talking about it right now. And it looks like the Flames bench are going to wave over the referees. I think they're going to want to challenge it. Nope, they're going to take a timeout here. Looks like Ryan Huska, the head coach for the Flames, is going to take a timeout. Wes McCauley is the referee for this game. So Huska, his video team could not review it in time. I don't really see a challengeable call here. Tage left the crease well before the shot ever came onto the net. He did enter the crease, and he did make some minimal contact with the goalie, but I don't know if that prohibited Cooley from making a play. So we'll see. I mean, here's the movement of Tage. Well, you guys can't see it. Steps through the crease, gets out of the way, and 2 seconds later, the puck's in the net. He said, ole, ole, ole. Really? No one's that hyped for a Sabres goal. So... Calgary is challenging? What? That's just confusing. Sawyer, what's going on, brother? So the refs are gonna challenge this call here, or the refs are gonna... I'm just gonna give up. I'm gonna give up. Calgary is challenging the call on the ice of a goal. They claim there is goaltender interference, but Tage leaves the crease. He does not make contact for a solid 1.5 seconds before Dahlin finally shoots it at Cooley. So he makes the contact right here, and now Tage gets the shot off. There's a good amount of time before when I said the first part to the second part. I just don't... I mean, yeah, he entered the crease, and yeah, he made some contact with Cooley, but I don't think that's enough. That's pretty minimal. And if the refs decide to take this one off, that's absolute crap. That is absolute crap. They're still taking a look at this one. Headsets are on. Tage is gone before the shot even comes onto the net. So there's Tage. He does his best to toe tap. He leaves, and then Dahlin takes the shot, and he goes top corner. All right, here come the referees. Calling the ice is a goal, by the way. Oh my God, there was. Are you serious? That is absurd. All right, the NHL, that is terrible. They just took the goal off the board, folks. That is an awful call. Not too much of a protest from Lindy. Just shakes his head. I mean, he did enter the crease, and he did make some contact with the goalie Cooley, but that's terrible. That is a terrible call. He leaves the crease 2 seconds before. Tage is gone before the shot even comes onto the net. So it remains 2-0 Flames, and courtesy of the referees, the Flames catch a huge break here. I mean, that's terrible. That is a really, really stripes. That's just awful. I know what the law is, or the rules, but that's still terrible. But here's Dahlin again. Another shot. That goes wide. He was looking near side corner. Dahlin just knocked over his own man. That was Quinn. On one knee, Dahlin tried to get it back to the point, gets picked off, and the Flames can chip it into the zone. Samuelson finds Timmins. I don't understand how that is not a goal. Here's Tage. He's pissed off. His shot blocked before it could get to Cooley. Flames try to go up the near side. Broken up. The Calgary refs. Yeah, literally. I don't know how that's a goaltender interference. I really don't know. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Especially when the call on the ice was a good goal, too. You needed clear and irrefutable evidence to overturn that, and that call was neither. And now the Sabres go offsides. That's just bad. That's just bad. Sabres thought they got back into this game, and no, says the referees. That is terrible. I just don't know, folks. There's 15 of you here in this chat. I'm expecting, everyone wants to see me rage. I just don't have the energy for it. What a pathetic call by the referees. It doesn't excuse the effort that the Sabres have shown thus far, but again, that is a terrible, terrible call. The goalie had plenty of time to reset himself after barely narrowly getting brushed by Thompson. I gotta stop complaining about that. But that is a terrible call. That is awful. Don, tune into the UB football game. It's huge. MAC championship implications. I wish, but it's on ESPN2. And I don't get ESPN2 with ESPN Plus. Even though they put a plus behind it, they don't actually give you everything. Why? Because Disney are a bunch of greedy bastards. That's why. And yes, I do feel very... I feel very negative right now. You're gonna get that Penn State guy. Who's that? Coach? Quarterback? Who are we referring to? What a terrible call by the refs. I'm still disgusted by that. Why is Greenway getting so much ice time, by the way? He's been useless. He's got 1 goal in, what, 6 games? No assists? His skating looks bad. His physicality looks terrible. Yeah, Victor, it was minimal. It was very minimal. Extremely, extremely minimal. I don't know. It's a bad call. It's a really bad call. You don't want to see games change like that, but nope, the referees got to do what they got to do. Here comes Buffalo. Spinning their way into the corner. Kozak in on the forecheck. Gets 1 man off, finds Greenway. Greenway plays it to the front. Kozak with a quick shot. And that's stopped by Cooley. Surprised he didn't dive over and go for the flop this time. Not back-to-back goaltender interferences. But again, there's no reason why the Sabres should be down 2-0 in this hockey game. The Flames suck. They've shown the Flames themselves have not shown anything going forward. It's just the Sabres are capitulating, especially half of this first period. Terry does love Penn State, yeah. All right, McLeod leaning in on this face-off here against Mikael Backlund. He just got tossed out of the circle. Zary will take his spot. Global history. Sawyer, I'm sure we all know what happened in history, right? It's history. All right, Flames lose the face-off. Sabres get it to the point. Here's McLeod, dances around 1, finds Power, takes the quick shot that goes well wide, and it goes out of the zone. Thank you, Power. You do nothing. And now he turns it over right to Zary, steps around 1, trying to go near side on Ellis. He just got over a pad to make the save. Flames still with it here in the Sabres zone. Zary to the point. Shot goes well wide of Ellis to the corner, now up to the point. They'll try to throw it down again. Let the Sabres get right back onto it, and they can go forward here. That was offsides. Oh my god. Hesitation by Owen Power. How many times have we seen him be unable to handle a puck? You know, there was a report that maybe he's upset and hasn't been happy 1 second since coming to Buffalo. If that's the case, get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get a couple forwards for Owen Power. He's been useless. I don't exactly know what he's provided to this team. Yeah, he breaks out the puck real nice. Does that sometimes. Just not enough. Hasn't been doing enough this season. It's been pretty rough year for Owen Power this far. And ever since that 1 shift and that 1 goal, Sabres have shown no life, and they are penned in their own zone again. Good blocked shot there. Flames still have it. They'll throw it to the near side. Good hit by Beck. Gets it to Josh Dunn, and he may have a 2-on-1 here. He's a 3-on-1. Dunn holds, shoots. He had it blocked. Throw took way too long. And from the crowd. Good play by Malenstein. He got his first goal on Monday. Trying to play it back to Dunn. Goes past him. Malenstein finishing his check. But the Flames now getting it to the blue line. Ooh. Now we have some punching here and some whistles as well. And everyone's coming together, saying hello, hi, maybe a punch or two. And it looks like Dunn is going to go off for a boarding call. What a miserable first period. Looks like Josh Dunn's going to get an interference call. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not sure why he felt the need to do that. That's not a good play by Josh Dunn. Had a 3-on-1, couldn't finish that one. Now gives up a really bad interference call with less than 2 to go in the first. And if it's a 3-0 game, it's might as Calgary's got the 32nd ranked power play in the NHL, folks. And the fans are very upset. Hey, Elijah, if that's true, what you're saying, please do not spoil, sir. Thank you. Are you saying it's going to be 3-0 Flames, or it is 3-0 Flames? Either way, not good. Now the time clock can't get themselves sorted. They haven't put up the time. There we go. What are we waiting for now, refs? This crew is terrible. The timekeeper is still... Couldn't get that right. Alright. Now Calgary wins the faceoff. Anderson has it taken off his stick. Tuck finds it forward. Just missed the stick of McLeod. And here's Anderson. Not going to go back up the ice here. So, Sabres have the best penalty kill in the NHL. Flames have the worst power play. Here's Huberdeau. Slides it across. Anderson, one-timer. Goes wide of Ellis. Now behind the net. Around to a Flame player. Kadri. On the far wall. Sari, down low. To Sharangovich, back up top. Anderson, one-timer. Nice blocker save by Ellis. McLeod has it after the kickout. He'll skate it forward. Just a 1-on-3, looking to kill some time. Loses control of the puck. And now he's out of the play. Less than a minute to go. Oh, come on! My lock was not working. Here's Huberdeau. Slides it across, one-timer. Big save by Ellis. Usually, UPL would have not saved those. Uyghur gets it back again. Huberdeau. Calgary's all set up here in the zone. 30 seconds left. Here's Kadri trying to spin it to the back post. He can't. Greenway. Come on. They got to sort themselves out. Uyghur, one-timer, wide of Ellis. Up to Huberdeau. Back to Anderson. Or to Uyghur, excuse me. Uyghur holds. Far post. One-timer. Nice block by Malenstein. Uyghur again. Far circle. Sends it to the net. Another one stopped by Ellis. 2.9 seconds left here in this first period. It should be 2-1, you're right. That was not a goaltending interference. All right. My clock, I don't know why it keeps stopping. I'm not pressing these. All right, Frost and McLeod. Come on, win this. He does. That'll end the first period. All right. That's the end of the first period, folks. My clock, I'll just let it catch up. Way to give a dying team on life support oxygen, Buffalo. I know, they just handed to them. Just pretty rough. Very, very boring first period there. I don't know why the Sabres keep doing this. Keon Coleman apparently will be scratched for a second straight game. Folks, what do you think of that first period? Just a terrible, terrible first period for Buffalo. I'm currently debating right now. Ooh, you know what? Actually, I have an idea of what to do. Do that. I'm going to check out the emoji situation. Sabres are, yeah. They're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. Thankfully, Jason Zucker appears to be recovering. He is likely to be back Friday against the Blackhawks. So we'll get some reinforcements there. Zach Benson, it sounds like he's doing well. Getting close to returning, potentially. Alright, we'll get that. UB. Yeah, that was a extremely anemic first period. But I'm going to check out the... Hey, we got to 3250. Thank you to that new subscriber. I appreciate it very much. You know what sucks too? Had I not gotten sick, I was hoping to stream again Friday night, but given my current pace and how I'm probably going to be doing, it's not looking good. But we got 12 likes right now. Thank you to whomever has liked thus far. Let's keep it up. Let's see. How do I do this? Actually, I gotta go to... Does anyone know where I go in this thing? Nope, not that. 14-3. Oh, that's not good. Who are they facing? UMass? I think I'm in the right spot. There we go. Alright. I still don't know how to do this. Here we go. Let's check this out. See if I can add. What? As you gain more members, you can upload and share even more. We have more than 2 members. We have... What? We play in Miami of Ohio. Oh, I see. How many members do we have? 48 members. How is it not letting us add more emojis? Do we need 50? Is that what it's referring to? Maybe 50. But I think what I'm going to do here... My voice is killing me. I don't want to just have you guys stare at me. I may just put a video on or something. I'm also going to piss. I've been drinking water nonstop. Let's see here. What recent videos? See, we haven't made too many videos as of late. Wonder if I can just do this one with Cal. No, I'm feeling great. I appreciate it. I'm not going to be gone forever. I'm just going to, for 8 minutes? Give me some time to, because I don't want my voice to be gone by the end of the third. I mean, it usually is. Don't get me wrong. It usually is, but I don't want to talk constantly. Just sucks, man. I hate being sick. I love complaining, though, so it gives me a good reason to complain. No, I don't want to do that. A goat head emoji? Yeah, maybe I should do that. But it must want 50 members for me to add more emojis, which is kind of stupid. But we are where we are. Uh-oh. Stop it. Kale, stop talking. There we go. All right. So I'm going to get a Kale video loaded up here. We'll have that. Do that. You can see the title. There you go. Look at that. Look at Cal's beautiful face. So take this time, take a break, folks. Do whatever you got to do. I don't know, how should I do this? Should I just put it over where I usually am? Or do you guys want full screen? What is Roberson doing? Is that our quarterback? I assume that's our quarterback. You can tell I just do not pay attention to the Bulls. My fault. Should I just keep it over where I usually am, guys? Or should I make it full screen? Probably should make it full screen. This feels a little goofy. Why is the aspect ratio so weird? Stop being weird. There we go. Just want to crop it right. I just want to crop it. There we go. There it is. There's Cal. It's not cropped exactly right. Kind of looks like crap. But I think, a rough night for the Sabres, yeah. I think this is what I'm going to do. For the next 6 minutes, so we'll play a good part of this Cal video. I'm going to go take a piss and go to the bathroom. You guys get to watch Cal. Stick around. Second period will be on our doorsteps here in 9 minutes. We'll see if the Sabres can get a response. So stick around, folks. This is just to bide some time, all right? Goodbye. For now. Not goodbye in general. Just for now. All right. How do I do this? You can still hear me, can't you?
That would actually be playing on the field, but Earlier today, the New York Giants fired Brian Daboll as their head coach. I know what we're all thinking. Brian Daboll, the best offensive coordinator the Bills have had in decades, on the open market. Can the Bills find a way to bring Brian Daboll back into the system? First things first, let's talk about the current offensive coordinator situation in Buffalo. It is Joe Brady, and he could tweet out 1-0 every single week for the end of time, and I don't care. This guy, I've seen enough. He is a one-trick pony. His run game is solid, but this guy literally has 6 plays in his playbook, and he flips the sheet over, and there's 3 on one side, 3 on the other, and he just rotates between them over and over and over. The halfback toss didn't work. Let's try wide receiver screen. Oh, the defenses have realized that we only run plays, 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. Let's try Josh Allen scramble for 57 seconds and have our wide receiver stand in one place. It's not working, right? Like this offense is completely stagnant, and the Dolphins, a very weak Dolphins defense, by the way. This secondary for the Dolphins is terrible. Their defensive line, they traded away some of their top guys. Just a terrible defense in total. Made the Bills' offense look absolutely garbage. I mean, this defense absolutely embarrassed the Bills' offense. And we're talking about an offense led by Josh Allen. How many times do I got to say it? If you're an offensive coordinator and you cannot figure out how to make Josh Allen look good, you got to go. I said it with Ken Dorsey years ago, and now Joe Brady has fallen into that same role where, sure, he's got James Cook looking like $1,000, but you got the best quarterback in the league or a top 3 quarterback in the league, and you're making him into a check down merchant. Why? Absolutely why. We look at better quarterbacks around the league. Patrick Mahomes, for example, who you could compare with Josh Allen, he has an absolute offensive genius working with him on a week-to-week basis in Andy Reid. And look at some of the stuff they do compared to the Bills. And I hate to compare the Chiefs to the Bills, but that's all we're going to do around here in Buffalo until we beat them in the playoffs. And Andy Reid just comes up with some of the most creative moves on offense, some of the most creative plays that make Patrick Mahomes and, in years prior, their quote-unquote garbage group of wide receivers look like the best in the league. I know Joe Brady's not working with the best group of wide receivers, but the Chiefs were able to do it with an even worse group a couple years ago. So why not the Bills? The Bills will be getting Palmer back. They'll be getting Gabe Davis back. But let's be honest. Are those two going to change what Joe Brady calls on offense? No, not at all. He's going to continue to do the same old stuff. Pitch left, pitch right, run up the middle, wide receiver screen, the occasional. Let's go back a few years ago with one of the most electric Bills offenses in the last couple decades, and that was run under Brian Dable.
No, Cal,
sure,
don't
were there
copyright
games
the
in those
stream.
seasons where the Bills put up, 15 points, 14 points? Yes, that did happen. But for the most part, the Bills offense was consistently scoring, and keep in mind, this is with a Josh Allen that was not MVP Josh Allen yet. He still made those dumb mistakes that did put his team back. Now you have a completely different version of Josh Allen. A Josh Allen that is just praying to throw the ball downfield. A version of Josh Allen that has all the intangibles and he's finally putting them all to good use. He no longer makes the dumb throws down the field. Right now, Joe Brady is taking Josh Allen, putting him in handcuffs and saying, go out there and just catch the snap. That's basically his job on this offense. Catch the snap and, maybe throw it 3 yards down the field. You got to be able to win games with your quarterback, especially when it's Josh Allen. So final question of this video, can the Bills get Brian Dable? Will they do it? Well, there's a couple problems, right? I don't think they're going to fire Joe Brady. The team is 6-3. They're still in a playoff spot by a game or 2 games right now. There's really no reason to fire Joe Brady even after that terrible game. You'd really have to have a couple more bad losses really pinned to consider firing Joe Brady. So if you were to hire Brian Dable right now, it would have to be as an offensive assistant or, a senior offensive advisor, something of that nature. Number 2, we have the feud between Brian Dable and Sean McDermott. It's been rumored, it's almost been confirmed by now that Brian Dable and Sean McDermott, they don't not like each other, they hate each other. There is a feud between them. Can they get along? Can they, hash things out in order to save this season and potentially the rest of Josh Allen's career? I know I'm making it sound serious, but if we're going to keep throwing Josh Allen out there to be a checkdown merchant, you might as well just trade him away and sign a quarterback for $2 million that can do the same thing and get some wide receivers on this team and build a team around him, because you're wasting the franchise quarterback. You're wasting a generational talent right now, and it's very evident. So can you kind of take away that hatred between McDermott and Dable? That's a question that we're going to have to figure out, and there's no question about it that Sean McDermott loves his complimentary football, and anyone who serves as offensive coordinator, unless they are a guy like Brian Dable, who is an established coach in the league, they're just going to be taking orders from McDermott. And that's what Dorsey did. That's what Joe Brady's doing now. We got to run the ball. We got to give our defense so much time, X amount of time to be ready for next drive. We can't go down there and score in 3 seconds because we're going to give it right back with our defense. The system that the Bills play, again, it's 1900s football, and they've been doing that for the entire time under Sean McDermott. And all these defensive, analytics that he uses and these defensive schemes, they don't work. His teams do not tackle well. His teams do not defend well. I think 4 out of the last 5 playoff runs, the defense has let us down. But right now, we're in a situation that is very similar to the year Ken Dorsey got fired, where he lost that Broncos game, and we all were like, oh boy, we're out of a playoff spot. It's not as bad right now, but it's trending in that direction, and the team needs to make a shakeup. What did they do? They fired Ken Dorsey, and they flipped the season around. Joe Brady was a nice, fresh face. He actually, got the running backs involved in the pass game. But now it looks like he's kind of run his course. And if you're going to continue to handcuff Josh Allen, I don't want you as this offensive coordinator of this team. We'll have to see, though. Again, there is a chance that, and I've been saying it, I've been holding out hope that Joe Brady has been, keeping a hidden playbook aside for games that actually matter, because he knows maybe he can get the competitive advantage when they go to the playoffs. But good teams don't have to do that, right? When you have things that work, you have a big enough playbook. And if you're going to handcuff your franchise quarterback, the MVP of last season, to only checkdowns, it's absolutely ridiculous. And the last point I want to make is, there's people saying, well, Allen does throw the ball downfield and he's inaccurate sometimes this year, and Allen's looked bad this year. When you give him downfield plays on clear passing downs, of course he's going to look bad. If it's 3rd and 20 and you let him throw the ball downfield, the offense, is clearly lined up for a pass. The defense knows it's coming. It's near impossible to get a first down on that sort of markage. But when you have, say these 2nd and 1 plays where it's hit or miss.
All right. Thank you, Cal, for your dissertation. Oh. No, wrong one. Hold on. Don't know which one's me. There we go. Yep. There we go. Goodbye. Was Cal even around during the 1990s? No, neither of us were. Neither of us. But anyways, we got about a minute apparently before the second period here begins. Of course, the Sabres had an awful first period. They gave up 2 goals to the worst team in the NHL, the lowest scoring team in the NHL. The Flames have struggled mightily. Shots off the rush, tied up at 7. Scoring chances, Flames have 5, Sabres have 3. Scoring chances off the rush, Flames have 1, Sabres have 2. Slot shot attempts 6-5 in favor of the Flames. Inner slot shot attempts 4-0 in favor of the Flames. It's on paper not a very lopsided game, but the Sabres just gave up 2 very, very weak goals. The first one, I pinned that one on Colton Ellis. That was not a very good rebound that he gave up. And the second one, I just pinned that on Owen Power. Because, brother, you need to... he needs to come up with a stick lift here and there. He needs to do his job. But anyways, here we go. We're about to get underway here, folks, for this second period. Obviously, that was after the Miami game, not a happy commentary. No, it was not. It was a pathetic game. And that probably killed our chances of getting the 1 seed. Every year in the McDermott, it's so consistent. We got one of those absolutely idiot losses every year. Every year. You can actually see on Dan Dunleavy's little board, 40 seconds left in this intermission, so the NHL.com site was off. But we're back. My throat feels like crap. Scratchy as hell. Tomorrow morning's gonna suck. I wonder if I'll even wake up. But alrighty, folks. Everyone's back on the ice. Sabres. Hey, Alex Tuck. He's got 7 goals this year. Let's make it 8. Do something. Maybe. Potentially. Can we just do something? Sabres need to get something going, obviously. That first period just wasn't good enough. But anyways, we're about to be underway. Damn it! My brain is just not connecting to my mouth right now, and it's not connecting to you guys. So. Here we go. Hey! Now we're underway. Flames win the first face-off. Of course, the Flames have some carryover time, some spillover time. Here for this power play, they do ice the puck immediately. And they have about 9 seconds left on their power play. Josh Dunn sitting in the box calmly over there.
Win this draw. Be aggressive here on this shorthanded opportunity. If you can win this draw, don't hesitate to get it through to the net because they're going to be coming at you here, trying to put pressure on you on the point. Tuck McLeod, Samuelson, and Darlene with this offensive zone set.
All right. So the Sabres with this face-off here in the Flames zone. We win it to the blue line. They'll just knock it into the corner here. This should kill off the rest of this power play. McLeod trying to spin it to the front. He was looking for... Ooh, there was a quick one-timer. Darlene's second chance. Another good save. I don't know why MSG had the worst possible camera angle known to man. Why did they do that to me? Ooh. Good turnover here forced by the Sabres. Here's Tuck. Tuck going to the front of the net. Cooley just broke that one up. Nobody for the Sabres could get onto that rebound. And now look out, 2-on-1. Good defensive play by Darlene. Knocks that puck out of the air, deflects it away from the back post guy. Now Doan trying to get the Sabres in on attack. He forces a turnover, gets it in front. Why are you not shooting the puck?
I don't think so much.
He's got to shoot the puck. One-on-one with the goalie and tries to pass it off to Quinn. That's bad. Doan now trying to spin it to the front. It gets deflected to the corner here. Back to Doan again. Doan. Puck is following him tonight. But he's got to take that shot there. And watch out, Timmins just fell. Coronado to the net. That shot just went wide. Oh, crap. There's a loose puck in front. I did not realize you could hear the game. That's my bad. I hope I don't get copyrighted for that. Here's Byram. Joins the net. Finds Malenstein on the back post. Malenstein just sends it to the net. It goes into the glove of Cooley. And that's a save. At least they've shown a little bit more pep in their step here to open up this match, this period. Ooh. Cooley's just not tracking these pucks all too nice. Cooley on the Sabres, folks. Sabres win a face-off. Puck deflected onto the net by Krebs. Now he goes looking for Greenway here. Greenway, look, can't center this one. Can't find Kozak. Here comes the Flames the other way. Coleman will just flip it into the far side corner now. Sabres get it around. Now Kozak, little jump here. That's not an icing. Refs just called that an icing against Kozak. Pretty bad call. The ref's still screwing the Sabres. Love to see it. Backlund here against Kozak. Flames win it to the point. That shot deflects just wide of Ellis. Greenway. Did I ever mention that Greenway is useless? Have I ever said that? Always injured, always useless. Doesn't provide on offense, barely provides on defense. Yeah. Him and Krebs. Krebs is also pathetic. Samuelson finds Alex Tuck. His pass in the skates of Bryson. He'll drop it back. Or Samuelson. Looks to Doan. Jesus, Tuck. And there's a hand pass by the Flames. Well, I can tell you something, folks. The Sabres still look lifeless. Look at Alex Tuck. Looking so alive. $16 million. Give him 16 mil. All right. You being the red zone, nice. Flames win that face-off. They'll chip it into the Sabres' end. Samuelson rings around the boards. McLeod can't get it out. Turns it over right in front. There was a collision there. Calgary could not get it on goal. Sabres now just look to chip it in. They just have no speed. Zero speed. Sabres are dead. Completely dead. Yeah, okay. Come on, Samuelson, do something. Now, Roseanne and Quinn bump into each other. Quinn, he'll just lift this one into the corner. No one forechecking, though. I think everyone was changing. I'll give them a pass for that. And I gotta tell you, I've seen the Flames turn the puck over so many times in the neutral zone as well. Sabres just need to get something going. When the Sabres play good, I start getting a little more pep in my step and a little more excited here. There's just nothing to get excited about at the moment. Malenstein at the point. Byram's shot was high, never made it through to Cooley. Now Kareem's in front. They'll drop it. Can anyone get a shot on goal? No. No. I know the Flames are literally on the second half of a back-to-back here. And there's going to be a penalty here against the Flames. Joel Hanley will be going to the box. Sabres could have had a 2-on-1 there, but Hanley drags Malenstein down to the ground. He should have known that Malenstein is not a goal threat. It was silly of him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's an obvious call. All right, Sabres going to another power play here. Their first one was pathetic and awful and disgusting. Seth Apper knows obviously what he's doing, but the Sabres actually won a power play. Oh, god damn! Dahlin just turns it right over. The one time you want to face off, you turn it right over. Why? Why did they just do this to themselves? They cross the line. Here's Ostlund. Turns, and it's going to be a 2-on-1, shorthanded for the Flames. Here they come. They were trying to go across to Backlund. 0 shots by the Flames there, and the Sabres. Can we just have a decent power play? Here's Quinn. Drops it. Tage. He'll curl to the point for Ostlund. Ostlund leaves it there for Tage. Up top to Dahlin. Out wide. Back to Dahlin at the point. Holds. Doesn't shoot. Now finds Thompson. One back to Dahlin. His one-timer goes wide. Bounces to the near side boards. Tage is able to collect to Quinn. Back to Dahlin. Dahlin off the boards to Roseanne. Roseanne touches it to the middle. Nobody there. Tage, you can't keep it in. Just bad. That's just bad. Now Roseanne can't cleanly handle it. 45 seconds remaining on the Sabres power play. Can't seem to get the puck to the net. They just try to overthink it. Here's a quick shot finally. Good play by Tuck. Byram, no shot. Fans want a shot. Tuck, his shot blocked. And Calgary clears. Yep, there are the Boo Birds. And quick up, here comes Alex Tuck. And he wastes it. Oh my god. Look a little interested. Please. Could you look a little less interested, Alex? He just... That pass for Byron was awful by Tuck. He just does not look interested whatsoever. His mind is already halfway out the door. McLeod. Oh, God. Jeez, ref. Drop the puck for the face-off. All right. McLeod loses another face-off. Sabres are able to get to it first in the corner, though. Back to Power. Finds McLeod. Down low. Doan, no shot. Looking back post. Skates. Now to Power. 2 seconds to go. Power play is over. Bad angle shot from Doan. Easily gloved away by Cooley. Calgary can clear. Goes down the ice for an icing. Nice call against the Flames here. Every time, when was the last time the Sabres were able to beat Calgary on home ice? So weird. Kozak on the draw, he actually won it. It was in the skates of Greenway, and he kicked it right to the Flames defenseman. Sabres able to keep it in the zone, though. Kozak couldn't handle it. Flames, near side, or far side, they'll chip it out to center ice and get some much-needed line changes. Sabres looking to quick up here. Greenway. Drops it. Krebs. Feet were still. Drops it to the line. Finds Dahlin. Dahlin to the front. Right to Krebs. He was stopped there on the doorstep by Cooley. Dahlin on the far wall now. Dances by one, just drops it back. Kozak across. Samuelson. Samuelson, his pass. Intercepted there by Kadri, and he is going to clear the zone. Not very far, though. Sabres just iced the puck. What? Oh, Krebs. Let's see. Has Krebs scored a goal this year? No! 20th this year. Krebs has just got to finish that. This is very boring. You're right. Sabres just trying to lull me. It's either the flu medicine that I took or the Sabres, but I'm falling asleep right now. Finally, a shot that Ellis saved. Another one goes off the glass. Greenway unable to clear. Trying to slide it down low to Sharangovich. Back to Farabee. High slot across to the defenseman. Quick shot on goal. There's traffic in front. Packle. The Sabres finally clear. Don't feel bad. I chose to do this game. I thought it'd be a nice win to get 3 in a row. I thought I'd be happy and not sick, and no. Just none of that. Just none of that. This team won 2 games and was like, you know what? I'm done now. We're done. Enough playing good hockey. Sabres with a chance. Here they come. Roseanne. Hope they keep him around, though. When everyone gets healthy. Roseanne behind the net again. To the point. There's a shot. Flux off the skate. I don't know, Sean. I don't have much to work with here. Yeah, it's like, we beat the Panthers and the Oilers. Those were the 2 defending Stanley Cup appearers. We've done what we can for the season. We're done now. Okay. Puck comes free in high slot. Power, that pass right into the skates of Quinn. He's able to get it back again. Hey, Quinn, just get it to the net. Just get it to the net. He can't. He's literally useless. Here's Bryson trying to dance through Politage. He will. Plays it down low. Puck just jumps over the stick of Doan. And the Flames can get it out, and they have another 2-on-1 here, potentially. Coronado, high slot, spins around, takes the shot, straight into the glove of Ellis. I know. We should have known. We should have known that the Sabres wouldn't win this game. It's our fault, really. Yet another game where the Sabres should have won, but couldn't, and suck. Quinn needs some power skating lessons. He needs some stick handling. He needs a lot of hockey lessons. Needs a lot of that. Go Hokies. Looks like Keon Coleman. I think I mentioned that already. Coleman's going to be scratched again for tomorrow's game. What a bust. Good job, Brandon Bean. You're a big guy. Getting a 50-50 specialist that can't really catch or run routes or anything. Alrighty, we're back underway, folks. Greenway, he's got some energy. Shut up. God, listening to Greenway is so cringe. Did we sign this guy for a few more seasons? Oh, Kevin Adams, never change. Never change. Flames win the draw here. Farabee in the corner, trying to get it to the point. He can't. Intercepted by Oslin. Malenstein. He will skip it by Uyghur, trying to get it in after him. He forces a turnover, actually. Oh, there was a shot and the Sabres score. That was Samuelsson. Matthias Samuelsson. New offensive defenseman here? Whoa. It's his 4th goal of the year. Stepped right off the wall. Great forecheck, but Malenstein forces the turnover. Finds Samuelsson. Comes off the boards. And he goes top corner near side. And the Sabres are back into this game. Take that one away, refs. Goes right off the left shoulder of Cooley. And Matthias Samuelsson, folks. His 4th goal of the year. Can that get the Sabres moving and grooving? Let's see how the Flames respond. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Samuelsson has been the Sabres' best defenseman this year. Not Dahlin, not Byram, definitely not Power. Matthias Samuelsson, the hero we didn't think we needed. We never thought we needed. Calgary still on it, though. The Sabres are still down in this game. Should be 2-2, but the referees happened. Connor Zary in behind the Sabres net here. Trying to get it forward. Oh, Byram. What the hell is he doing? Backlund, he plays it behind the net to Zary. Up top, one-timer! Ooh, Ellis came out of the net. Made a big save there. Coleman was trenched out in front of him. Now here comes Krebs trying to stick Gandil his way. Runs into Byram. Byram at the Flames blue line. Throws it into the far corner. Flames will take it back again. Sabres have been forcing some turnovers here along the boards. Love to see them keep doing that. Here's Bryson. Hey! There's another penalty coming up to the Flames. Someone reached their stick in on Quinn. Knocked it right out of his hands. He was trying to go to the net. And the Sabres will go back to the power play. It's Blake Coleman with the penalty. But look at that, Samuelsson. Bro is feeling himself. Now, can the Sabres power play not cover themselves, huh? Should be 2-2, folks. If Samuelsson could stay healthy a whole season, he could be an asset. I know! He could. If Fernando Mendoza is the future New York Jets starting quarterback, that's not good, man. This is not a really good QB class coming out of college. Some were thinking maybe Drew Aller or Cade Klubnik, but neither of those guys really did anything. It's been pretty lackluster. And unfortunately, I'm almost out of water. We're approaching dangerous territory, but we got 10 people in the chat, folks. Matthias Samuelsson was a most hot player. Weird things happening with this team. Marty Baron? What's he doing? Why is he talking during the game? But yeah, there's Blake Coleman obviously ripping the stick out of Roseanne's hands. So Sabres, their third power play opportunity. This would be a very, very good time for the Sabres to score another goal. But they lose the faceoff right off the bat. Goes around the boards. Can they keep it in? Yes, they can. Thompson finds Dahlin. Squares it to Roseanne. Down low to Ostlund. Back to Roseanne. Roseanne to Dahlin. Has it. He's not going to shoot it. They're just going to keep playing around with it. If anyone could take a shot. Ooh. Ostlund nearly whacked that home on the far post, but couldn't. Flames get to it first, and they clear it. Backlund to the bench. All right, Sabres, can we do something? 1:16 remaining on this power play. Roseanne on the near side. Nice entry there by Tage. Finds Ostlund. Ostlund floats it to the point. Dahlin to Thompson. Down low. They're going to go back post. Just missed the man there. It was Ostlund. Now Dahlin sweeps it across to Roseanne. Roseanne to Dahlin. Quick shot. Straight into the glove of Cooley. Couldn't hold on to it. Just whips it to the corner. And now Ball will get it up and down the ice. There's Ellis seeing Calgary making wholesale changes. Trying to get it forward quickly. But Sabres are also making some changes. Fire him now. Oh, God! Terrible pass by the Sabres. They turn it over, and it's maybe a 3-on-2 shorthanded. Good shot by the Flames. Goes off the shoulder of Ellis and out of play. Beecher with the shot. Oh, Roseanne. Just take the shot, buddy. .24 seconds remaining. And my clock was still running. Maybe my keyboard is just goofing around. But I am pressing these buttons. I know I'm not hallucinating. Fire him. Dropping it back to McLeod. Now to Doan. Doan sweeps it down low. It goes out of the reach of his teammate. Flames will chip it down the ice, and the Sabres are 0 for 3 on the power play. Pathetic. I'm so glad Seth Appert is the new guru. We're grooming him to be the next head coach. So great. Phenomenal. Ooh. Puck. Loose in the far corner. Sabres just try to sweep it to the front of the net. No one there. And here comes Kadri. Around behind the net. Turns it over. Goes off a Sabre sticking out of the zone. To Weegar. Back to Kadri. Very quickly he goes now. Roaming on in. Shot deflected off the stick of Dahlin. Good touch pass by the Sabres. Now they can get going forward here. All right. Byram is going to hold on to the puck very quietly, very slowly. Now he'll start moving forward here in his own zone. Power, nice move at center ice. To Krebs. He turns the puck over. And you got to watch out. Whoa, Power was... No, that was Beck Malenstein. I was going to say, Power strong in his stick? No, that's not actually true. But here's Tage. Look back post. Tage with a quick shot on goal. Malenstein, he was sitting in front of Cooley. Couldn't get to that rebound. Calgary does. Weegar. Ooh, that was a weird tip. Flames are changing. Here's Ball. His cross-ice pass nearly plucked out of the air by Doan. Couldn't get to that one. It was intended for Zari. Now here comes Calgary again. Near side. It's chopped towards the goal. And that one will just slide all the way through onto Ellis, and that'll be a commercial break. There we go. But we are in a commercial break now, folks. Buff's going to score in a minute. I can sense it. I hope you're right, sir. I hope you're right. But again, should not have been a no goal. We're still in a commercial. Still in a commercial, folks. So we're doing great. We're feeling great. Vibes are high. Vibes are very high. Alrighty, here we go, folks. We have returned to play. My voice and my throat is still here. Calgary wins a face-off. Shot right off the draw, straight into the gut of Cooley. Okay. See, my keyboard is just messing with me now. Because I had to forcefully hit down on this keyboard for the hotkeys. Alright. Frost leaning into this face-off here. Can we win a face-off? No. Al, no. Nah. Alright. Hey, Sabres won a face-off. We lied. I lied. They can. They have it in their bag. Doan, flip into the far corner. Now it goes here to the near side. Dahlin. Nice pass to find someone open. One-timer! Oh, it's in! Tage Thompson! Quick one-timer. It's a tie game. Sabres make me smile. You were right. Sabres have tied the game. So Tage is going to get his 10th goal of the season, folks. It just came right back to the point. Dahlin found Samuelson, who played it right back to Dahlin, and what a wire by Dahlin. Or, God, by Tage! By Tage! Tage scored! Tage scored! Off the iron and in. Woo! No, well, I mean, you could argue that Cooley should have made that save, but who are you kidding? Calgary should never have been up 2-0 in this game to begin with. And now the crowd is into it. First time I've heard them make any noise here tonight. Yeah, you were right. You called it. What do you know? Can you see the future? Are we going to score another goal here? Look at the Sabres go. And we just turned the puck over. Hey. Hey, Victor. Thank you so much for the dono, sir. Here's our long-range dump in. Glove down by Ellis. But Victor, guys, can we get some W's for Victor in the chat? Thank you for the $3 dono, sir. Sabres have tied this game up with 2. It's a new game. It's been a far better second period from this team. A lot more life, a lot more 50-50 battles won here. Now watch out, Kadri to the net. Good couple of saves by Ellis. Kadri didn't really have the angle. Sabres trying to go forward. Calgary just looks a little pissed off right now. They should. They just choked a 2-0 lead. Hey! Just donated $3 more. Do we have a dono train going, folks? All right. Byram will make his way to center here. To Krebs. Krebs spins around the corner, plays it to an open corner, but nobody nearby. Here's Doan. Doan with a takeaway, trying to get it to the middle of the ice. He does. Finds Krebs, backhander to the net. Cooley made a couple of big saves there. Very timely. And now we got some kerfuffle in front of the net. The Sabres score. The money flows. I guess so. Hands doing the sign of the horns with sparkles around. Yes. Yes. Savage. That's what I'm going to go. Savage. That's what your name sounds like. But that puck was bouncing. It looks like Doan just picked it out of the air. Was able to get a decent shot. But the Sabres actually getting pucks on goal, and you can just feel the building get a little more alive here. That first period, everything was dead. I was dead. The Sabres were dead. The building was dead. Well, I'm still dead now, but the other two, not so much. Doan, good defensive play there. His arm in the air. I think maybe a next emoji could be a chicken wing. Sabres can't get it out. Now they will. Doan will chip that around ball and will get it to the neutral zone. $1:45 to go here in the second period. Tied game. Short pass from Anderson. Misses his man. And here's Coleman trying to fight for it. Hey, we got a little... We got the wave going on in the crowd now? It's a tied game, guys. Not surefire yet. Here's Power. Power. Looking far side. Where is everyone? Not sure. But watch out. Flames. Another 2-on-1. Quick shot. Straight into the glove of Colton Ellis. That glove hand is looking very solid for the new starting goaltender. You can tell I have Dable on the brain when I said Davers. Yeah. It's okay, Victor. That was Coronado going in. He's got 6 goals. Believe it or not, Coronado's 6 goals actually leads the Flames in that category for goals scored by a single player. Power, nice pass to no one. Don, did you get a goat head jersey? Also good to see you. I hope it is a great game. Steven, it has not been a great game. And yes, I do have a knockoff goat head jersey. It's a Luukkonen one, unfortunately. Can you guys even see that? No, you can't. I'll stand up in intermission to show you guys if you haven't seen it already. 1 minute remaining to go here in this second period, folks. Frost, former Flyer, finds Huberdeau. He's going to bumps it to a one-timer to Weegar. He's blocked. What a time it would be for the Sabres to give up another goal. But there was a quick shot by the Flames defenseman that deflects up and out of play. That was actually Huberdeau. Jonathan Huberdeau, 4 goals this year in 16 games, 17 including this one. It's not been a good year for him. I'm going to have to get more water at intermission. It looks good. Well, you came back. Yes, the Sabres did. And yes, I have. It's been since the Utah game. So what, 2 weeks ago since I've streamed? Since you guys have seen me on this channel? It's been getting a little hectic. It's study final season here in law school. So I've been doing that the last few days. And I'm starting to go under the weather. It's double whammy. Beautiful combo. And the Sabres have won 3 in a row, so yay. Ooh, big save by Ellis. Can we get the puck out? Fine. Thank you, Greenway. Thank you for doing your job for once. Puck goes all the way down the ice. Calgary would just whip this along the boards, get it out of their own zone. They turn it over. And here's Buffalo. 15 seconds, maybe one last rush here for this period. They go to deflect this one in, but they iced it. That is exactly what you did not want to do. Why can't we just not ice it in terrible moments? Ooh, there's a watch party in Nashville this weekend. Should I go? Sabres road crew? Go to Nashville? I can drink now. So. If I weren't sick, I'd actually consider that. Going to Nashville sounds pretty fun. Uh-oh. Here's Weegar with a quick shot. Ooh, that goes wide of Ellis. And the Sabres will deflect it 4. They'll chip it down the ice, and that's going to do it for the second period. So the Sabres have turned it around here in the second period. It's a new game, folks. And it's 2-2 a period. You win the game. Sabres, it's been an ugly game, but get a win. Just get a win. Get back to 500. Get 3 in a row. That'd be great. All right, I gotta piss again because I have a weak bladder. Why is someone in my bathroom? Oh my god. I go over there and someone's in the bathroom. The brother is in the bathroom. Oh, here's the jersey, by the way. I'll be back. Oh, okay. Piss break over. Ugh. All right. There we go. We got the intermission tracker up there. Let's see if there are any other hockey games on right now. Can't watch the Oilers game. There's only just 2. 5-4 Capitals over the Oilers? Jeez. Elijah, I will take those emoji ideas into consideration. Thank you. Those poor Calgary Flames fans over there. So that Tage goal was assisted by Samuelson and Dahlin. Samuelson goal was actually unassisted. Samuelson's up to 10 points this year. How long did it take to... Wow. Samuelson is only 4 points shy of his career high, and we have, 70 or 60 games left? It's pretty good. Hey, my book for my exam. Don Hershey Bears NHL affiliate is Washington Washington Capitals. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Not too far away from DC, the eastern side of Pennsylvania, way over there. I've actually never been to Hershey. Should I go? I mean, I'm okay with chocolate. Should I go? Is there anything else outside of that? Or is it more just a small town? What does chat think? Also, I'm kind of over the hair right now. I need to get a haircut. I think this weekend is the weekend I get my haircut. If, of course, I can get up. But for my exam Friday, I'm going to pump myself full of drugs, will myself through those 2 hours, and go back to bed. Better not fail this thing. Shroot Farm, somewhere in PA. Huh. Near Wilkes-Barre. Canonically. I would love to see the Sabres get a win. Can we get 3 in a row, get back to 500? It's possible now, given that, well, we're sitting at 2-2 here. And the Sabres have actually looked good. They finally started shooting the puck. That's a plus. Definitely need to do more of that if you're going to be Cooley, right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So, yeah. Don Reese's peanut butter cups made of Hershey, Pennsylvania. Are they made of Hershey's or are they made of Hershey's from Hershey, Pennsylvania? I don't think it can be made of a town, but I understand what you're saying, Elijah, and I appreciate it. Not too surprised. I believe they're all right under the same umbrella. Isn't that correct? Owned by the same company, Hershey's Chocolate and Reese's. Do we know that? Can someone figure that out? It's actually not that important. Not too important. And folks, if I get another Sabres jersey, which I'm far from given at this moment in time, who do I get? Who do we think is going to stay past this season? No, I'm not getting Lukin. I already have a Lukin jersey. I have a blank home jersey. I think it would be an away Sabres jersey next. Who should I get? Should I get Tage? Darlene, maybe? Surely those guys aren't going to be traded within 2 years, right? I've not been doing very well in terms of getting guys who will likely stay. And you know, maybe Luukkonen stays beyond his years, but he's looked pretty terrible this year. He's back to his crappy, no timely saves mode. Tage Thompson? Alright, we gotta vote for Tage. Elijah votes Tage. Get back on my DH gate. Oh, I'm sorry, am I not supposed to say that? Let's see, what's the attendance set for this Sabres Flames game? I can't imagine it's too crazy. Oh, yeah. 300s look empty. Really empty. Pretty decent in the lower bowl, but the... Oh, God. I'm gonna be sick, guys. I'm gonna be sick. Save me. the Sabres can win here tonight, we'll keep pace with Toronto. And if we can win here, 3 points will have separated us and third place Canadiens. 2 points will separate us between... 2 points will separate Tampa, who is in 4th slot in the Atlantic, and appears that they are the second wildcard team with us. So the East is just wide open. I'd love if the Sabres can get themselves in on that. How much does an ice level C cost at KeyBank Center on average? For a game like tonight, you're looking at, are you talking right behind the glass? Because that would be, I'm thinking 200, 250, probably closer to 250. On a weekend game, you're going upwards of that, closer to 300. But I don't really think that would be a good financial decision. You're better off buying a cheap seat ticket and then moving down. Yeah, gets it row 3 tonight for like $50. Oh, okay. Jaden fact checked the hell out of me on that one. He's right. I'm not tuning into that. Okay, I'm from Ottawa, same price here. How's Ottawa? I just was looking at the standings. Normally, if they're a real team, they'd be $200. 50 is a pretty good deal. Looks like Ottawa is at 22 points as well. Looks like Montreal's a bit in the free fall. Final shootout, Oof, they getting blown out, kinda. Tickets in general tonight were dirt cheap, though. Well, it is a Wednesday night against another small market crap team. This Calgary is the worst team in the NHL, folks. By far. They are terrible. But not your Sabres. Not my Sabres. I gotta say, the Atlantic is just wide open. How the hell is Boston in second place? Get-in price was like $12. Yeah, not surprised. It's Calgary. It's Calgary. You know what? I wanted to do Calgary tonight. I think Calgary is one of the few teams I had not yet streamed in my 5 years helping to run this channel, or running this channel. I gotta do a tracker. Someone wants to be a big G and actually do that for me. See every single Saber stream that is public that I've done, or even count. No, actually, just for me. Just for me. I'm curious because my goal is to try to stream every single team in the NHL, do every game. So I think there's a few teams I probably haven't done. I just can't think of whom. I always do like the Panthers and the Canadiens and sometimes the Bruins. Those streams I do a lot. Don dill pickle popcorn. Ew. Ew. But yeah, I'm trying to do a Sabres game against every single team. And God, I'm gonna have to go through a checklist and see if I've done that. I think I have. The only team off the top of my head that I don't think I've streamed is, well, Utah, obviously, but I did them 2 weeks ago. Maybe Vancouver? I don't think I've streamed a game against Vancouver. Calgary was on the list, but I'm doing this tonight. Done one against Anaheim, done one against Kings. Against the Islanders, yes. Rangers, yes. Bruins, yes. Canadiens, Flames, or Leafs. Let's just go through the list. Let's go through. if you guys can't think of anyone that you've seen on the stream, I'm just trying to figure that. Oh Christ! Philly, Florida, Washington, Toronto. I've done all those guys. I lost connection for a second there. No, I'm back. If it's anyone, it's on the West Coast. Colorado, Dallas, both. Have I done Dallas? Have I done it? I think I've done a Dallas game. I know Kale has done a Dallas game. Maybe not Dallas. Definitely done a Winnipeg. Anaheim, yes. Vegas, yes. LA, yes. Chicago, yes. Seattle, yes. Utah, Minnesota, Edmonton, good. San Jose, yes. Vancouver, no. St. Louis, ooh. I don't think I've done St. Louis. Okay, so only a few teams left on the chain. I think Vancouver, St. Louis, maybe Dallas. I think I've done Dallas. Definitely Vancouver and St. Louis, though. I've not done those. No, actually, I've done a St. Louis game. That's a lie. I've done a St. Louis. It was just Vancouver. But anyways, folks, we're about to get ready here for this third period. Everyone's back out on the ice. Alright. Can my clock start working? This thing's been disobeying me all night. Here we go. Alright. We are ready to go here for this third and hopefully final period. Sabres, win a period, you'll win a game. Just get another win. I don't care how. Just get a win. I know Calgary sucks. Just get a freaking win. Okay? But the Sabres definitely have the momentum going into this third. Oh my god. It was disconnecting again. You stop that Bermuda Triangle of internet. Stop it. But alrighty. Here we go. ESPN Plus just jumped up. Alright, we are underway in this third period. Shots in favor of Calgary, 21-17. I should probably update that. And now here comes... Can Peyton Krebs ever score a goal? Chad, do we think that's going to happen? He gets good positioning there. Sabres first a turnover, nearly getting in front. Greenway couldn't get a stick onto that one. Flames now have it behind their net. They try to stretch it going for Sharon Govich. Ooh, he was in there first, but the ref nonetheless calls an icing. Why is the ESPN Plus doing this to me? What did I do to you? But Flames commit a icing call here. They'll have to deal with the face-off in their own zone now. What's happened to Calgary? They were nearly a playoff team last year. Most years they would have gotten in. This year has just been cataclysmic for them. The franchise has just been kind of sitting, treading water for a few years now. They've been in a mini retool, yet they haven't gotten rid of some of their assets like Kadri and Rasmus Anderson. It's just odd. Expect to see them selling before the deadline in February or March. Here's Timmins now. Tuck to the point. Byram across. Timmins again. One-timer. Shot was blocked. Bounces right to Tuck. He spins it in front. Doan was on one knee trying to get that one-timer off. He can, and watch out. There may be a 2-on-1 the other way. Blake Coleman stepping through to the front of the net. He takes the shot that goes wide of Ellis, and now it buffers. All right. God, ESPN, just stop. There was a pass to the far side. Oh. Good job by the Sabres getting back here. I'm going to refresh my page. I don't know why it's being ridiculous. Sawyer, Miami, and Iroquois are both the Red Hawks. Talking about Iroquois as in the high school team Iroquois? Because the Iroquois, I went to Iroquois Chiefs. Are they still called the Chiefs, or did they rename the high school? I can't remember. It's too complicated to keep track of all that. There's a quick shot off the face-off. Blocked before it could get through to Ellis. Puck bounces into the near corner. Power. Can't control it. Flames get it to the point. There's another shot from the point. Straight into the glove of Ellis. It was Joel Hanley with the shot that time. Downtown leak. Huh? Oh, yeah. Iroquois. Yeah, I went to Iroquois. The Iroquois Redhawks. Well, it's the... Used to be the Iroquois Chiefs when I went there. You got a couple options to choose from for town leagues, alright? Yes, I'm a South Towns guy. Sabres trying to chop at this puck. They finally get it forward. Trying to go forward. Come on. Quinn can't get the shot through. They would just spin the puck to the near side, or the far side. Trying to play it behind the net. Quinn couldn't control that one. And okay. Huberdeau walking to the front. Oh, come on. Why do we just give up the easiest of goals? Calgary's back on top, folks. Huberdeau just put this in slow-mo here. I want to see, what the hell was this? Way too easy. Power tracks his man, two guys on the puck. Roseanne's just got to tie his man up. He's got to tie his man. That's not very good. That's really bad. Defensive play by Roseanne. That's... No chance for Ellis. It's 3-2 Calgary. Why can't we just play this Power on for every goal against? He's on for 2 of the goals against. That's just another really weak goal given up by the Sabres. Just they don't pay attention to the details, and now they're gonna have to work so hard to come back again. Lane shoots it in the Calgary zone. Here's Dunn behind the goal against Anderson. Nice spin by Malenstein to get away from one. See, he should have just gone back to the point. Got lucky that no one was finding anyone. Here's Darlene now. Darlene, he'll try to send it to the front of the net. It was blocked. He'll play it behind the net by Osland. Oh, Darlene. He was diving to keep it in there. Calgary trying to get around one. That guy fell. That was Klapka. Now here comes Buffalo again. Offensive defenseman Sensei wires this one. It bounces behind Cooley. Takes a weird bounce. Doe now trying to get in front. He can't. He couldn't turn it up into the middle. Now the Flames can go the other way here. Farabee looking for that trailer pass. Just broken up by Buffalo, and they may have some numbers going the other way. Nope. Maybe. Here's Tuck. Quick shot. Doan trying to gather this one off the end boards. Sawyer. What is going on in that UB game? The hell? Alright, here's Uyghur. Oh, behind his own net. He'll play it for it. No, ESPN. Now is not the time. Coleman in the Sabres zone. He'll play it below the goal line there for Backlund. Just don't give up another goal, Sabres. There's a shot blocked by Krebs. Goes to the corner. Sorry. Couldn't get it to the front. Ooh, Kozak just took a man down. Couple Sabres. Every time this third line's out there, Greenway, I just know it's sucky because Greenway and Krebs are out there. ESPN Plus. Why? Just buffering like crazy. So stupid. And I reset my internet before the stream too. But Krebs looking... I return to play and Krebs is wincing a little bit. He does nothing. Bro is useless. And to think, he was a major piece of that Eichel trade. Oh my god. This thing is ridiculous. Alright. I'm trying, folks. Ooh. Whoopsies. Alright. Defensive zone face-off here, won by the Sabres. They can't clear the zone. Bounces to the front of the net. But the Sabres get it back again. Maybe something here. McLeod looking to spring a guy forward. Rosane was charging through the middle of the ice. Couldn't get to him. And now we have something happen here. I'm eternally disappointed in ESPN. Pathetic fools. Alright, face-off coming just outside the Sabre zone. Somehow, and I mean that not so delicately, somehow they find themselves down in this game. 3 extremely weak goals, all of them very preventable. Very preventable. Tage couldn't get forward. He actually couldn't even clear the zone. That could be costly. Quick shot. Nice pad stop by Ellis. Can we just get it out of the zone? Ellis sees enough. He's gonna hold on to that one. He has seen enough, and I don't blame him. Don SUNY Fredonia should get tackle football program. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. See if this works. Is it gonna work? Ooh. Good play by the Sabres. Trying to get a forecheck there. No! Stop buffering. It doesn't buffer on my phone. It's just on this damn desktop. Here's Byram. Good touch pass. Timmins to center. He'll play it out wide. Krebs, he'll just spin it around to the far side. Now to the near side. Finds Power. Nearly fumbled the puck. Plays a terrible pass down low. Now it hops over the stick of Power. He is so useless. Ugh, I just want to see this team win. Is that too much to ask? A Bermuda Triangle of Dawn. Yeah. Am I just a bad luck charm? Okay. Power, just stop being useless. We go to commercial break. Right when I get back access to watching the Sabres game, we go to a commercial. I'm sorry this has been such a goofy stream. I'm low energy, not really talking, just kind of commenting on my general thoughts and feelings. I apologize. Hopefully when I'm feeling healthier sometime next week or 2 weeks from now, Hopefully it's better. But it's just not it tonight. Not been a good stream, and I take responsibility for that. The hell was that? Oh. I heard someone open the door. Okay. So we're in a commercial break, folks. All right, we're about to return to play, folks. Jordan Greenway, you suck. I just don't like him. I think it'll be 5-2 Calgary. Ooh, there's a quick shot by. Ooh, another shot. Here's McLeod. Nice centering pass. Darlene trying to go to the front, and my broadcast bobbles. Ooh, another high shot. Cooley's struggling with all these rebounds tonight. Usually I think the Sabres or the Bills would, but I don't think they will. You feel 3-3? Well, I don't think it'll end like that, but I certainly hope it'll get to 3-3. Mr. AMB. Mr. and Mrs. Don't know. Alex Tuck's touch pass did not work out. Ooh, now it bounces to the front of the net. There's a quick one-timer. Oh, come on! Every single one of these goals. Totally preventable. And now the game is out of reach. All that work to come back just to give up another cheap goal in front. Told you, 5-2 felt good. Felt right. Just anyone, do anything. Just details. This team lacks all the details ever. Alex Tuck, do something. All that money. You want all that money and you can't do shite. 12.5 left. The Sabres are going to lose to the worst team in hockey. And now they just ice the puck. Jesus. You came back from 2-0 down just to give up 2 more. Very, very ugly. These are one of those games. I don't know why they just turn off in their own zone. Good teams don't give up these 4 goals. Sabres should be playing more desperate than they are. They are just lollygagging through their old time. It's almost as if they don't realize. And I don't have any goddamn internet. It's like the Sabres don't realize it's been 14 years without playoffs. And I hate when the players go, oh, we weren't here for all that. We don't want to focus on that. And now the Sabres in front. Good backhand save by Ellis. Not saying either, like, Ellis has not played a very good game for Buffalo. Just this team is not doing very good in the third. You could have won a period, you win a game. Clearly, the Sabres did not take that spirit to heart. We return to play. I don't even want to. It's, oh, God. So many turnovers. Stupid turnovers. It's pathetic. Can't win possession. They look lifeless. They first turnover. McLeod should have just scored. He should have. Now he forces another turnover. Here's McLeod. Jesus. Stop getting cute. Get the puck to the net. You're down by 2, for God's sake. What is wrong with these guys? Just over a half a period to go, and you're down 2 to the worst team in hockey. The power play, they're 0 for 3. Seth Apper with that genius guy freaking power play. Just terrible. This is why we are literally the only team in the Eastern Conference not in the playoff mix. Just blow up this core. Get coaches, get a group of guys in that understand that you got to win hockey day in, day out. Get a winning mentality. Problem is, this core has just gone through so much losing. That's why rebuilds just are a terrible thing. The Blackhawks are going to finish their rebuild before us. They look far improved this year. Sabres, on the other hand, just no. So many opportunities to do something. He was holding him. No call. And now there's a lift down the ice. They score again. Just a complete collapse. Farabee scores another goal. Really casual. Very, very casual. Calgary scored 3 goals here in this third period. Tage loses the puck to Kadri. It's flipped high into the air by Anderson. Byram is unaware. Same with Timmins, and it's a 5-2 hockey game. This game is over. I mean, this is just another collapse. Another collapse. Ellis cannot make the save, and terrible. Boo this team. Talk about, oh, it's so negative. Yeah, because these fans have been subjected to so much losing. How are you giving up 5 goals to the goddamn Calgary Flames in 2025? How are you even doing that? It takes a concerted effort to commit such an atrocity. I don't even want to see this. This is terrible. Now we're going to commercial. You worked. It's just another collapse. I don't want to hear excuses from these players either. This just, we've seen this so many times, and I don't know. Yeah, I feel bad for you, Al. I hate this team. When are we going to be good? Gotta focus on the next game. Right. Just a collapse. Home ice against the worst team in the NHL. The Flames are on a second game of a back-to-back. Away. And they come out in the third period and have more life than the Sabres. That's a stinker. You were tied 2-2. We're taking it to the Flames in the second period. And you collapse like this. You just collapse. Just. And now here's another. Hey, he made a save. Ellis made a save. The first and third periods were abysmal. There we go. All that positive vibe is generated from 2 straight wins, and I'm absolutely disgusted with this. You're on home ice. Worst team in the NHL. They are in the second of a back-to-back. And there's a couple bounces there. And now there's some scuffles in front of the net. Bad night. First my Huskies lose, and now this. I know. I mean, the Oilers aren't good either. They just gave up 7 goals to Washington. But this is bad. I'm so sick of seeing this team underperform. Anaheim got Joel Quenneville with a team in a similar spot as the Sabres last year. He's installed a structure. He's gotten them scoring. And Anaheim looks to be a playoff team already. Sabres just keep doing the same thing over and over again. The fact that Kevin Adams is still this team's general manager is just stupid. Why is he, as well, still making negotiations with Alex Tuck and his representatives? That would insinuate that he's the guy going forward. And that should not be the case. Oh my god. Just nothing. I almost just want to sit here and protest and gaze away at the Sabres, because this is... Razor is just trying to bite his tongue and not hide how disgusted he is. Calgary's just... Yeah, Rob is saying it perfectly. Calgary's not doing anything special here in this game. It's just... The Sabres are just... They do this every year against Calgary at home. Why can't we beat Calgary on home ice? It's very goofy. Now here's a 2-on-1. Kadri cross. Ooh. There was a high shot that went wide. Should have been 6-2. Farabee nearly got the hat trick. Ugh. This is what I get. Give you more of my time and my energy. And now here's... Ooh. Looks like the lines have been shuffled a bit. Sabres have only 697,000 in cap space. Remy, are you supporting Pagula? And also, I don't believe that figure is right. $697,000 in cap space is not correct. We have more like $1 million. Maybe you're right. But I don't believe that's true. Let's look at Puckpedia. But I don't believe that. And also, why are you defending Terry? Terry is the root of all this suffering and losing. He took over the team, and the Sabres have yet to make a single playoff appearance under him. Oh, you're right. They have about 687. That's a misallocation of cap space. And that number also includes all the guys that have been brought up. So, no one's on. We have what? Dunn, Roseanne. Oh my God. Another turnover. But I'm weaving right now. Let me stick to my original point. Terry Pegula and his constant mismanagement of this team. He has been consistently a cheap owner over the last 4 years. The Sabres have had upwards of $4 million in cap space saved each year. And it's been 14 years of his ownership and his tyranny, 14 years of a playoff drought. This is absolutely on Pegula. He is cheap. Go back last few years. You need to absolutely go back the last few years. Look how much Terry Pegula saved in caps or has used in cap space from 2020 up to last season. 5 straight years where the Sabres did not spend anywhere close to the cap hit. That's where the cheap allegation. This year, yeah, they're a little closer to the limit. They're at 687,000, but they also have how many extra guys on the roster right now due to injuries? Josh Dunn, Tyson Kozak, Mason Geertsen, Zach Metza, Noah Ostlund, Isak Rosean, Colton Ellis. This team has how many players? Are just 6? Even though each of those guys are making just about $800,000 a year, that $800,000 adds up pretty quickly when you have 6 guys. That's another $2.5 million. And once they eventually get sent back down, then, that opens it up again. Who did we sign? We have saved cap to sign Darlene, Power, Tage, Tuck, Paterko. We would have no space to sign if we had signed anyone. Remy, I'm just curious. What are you arguing with this last point here? Who would we sign? We have saved cap space to sign all these guys. No one would come to Buffalo. Who would we sign with all the major $4 million cap space? Look, Remy, I think you were trying to minimize the blame that should be rightfully placed on Terry Pegula because, again, my biggest point, 14 years of his ownership, 14 years the Sabres have missed the playoffs. They have never made the playoffs under a full season of Terry Pegula's ownership. I say full season because after he bought the team in January or February of 2011, the team made the playoffs that year. And ever since then, though, this team has not come close. They had 1 year where they were 1 point out. That was it. We've gone through 4 rebuilds. I don't know. And when people talk about Terry Pegula being cheap, it's because when we were 1 point out of the playoffs, did he allow Kevin? Maybe, and it's never been proven. I'll give you that. It's never been proven that Terry Pegula is forcing his general manager to be cheap. But based on the results over the last 5 seasons, not including this one, he's been very cheap. He's been very cheap. No free agent will come to Buffalo. No great player. Bills are a great team with the same owner. That's because Terry Pegula isn't involved on the day-to-day operations with the Bills. He lets the football minds do their thing. With the Sabres, he's there every day. He's got an office at KeyBank Center. He's got an office at the Harbor Center. Terry Pegula, there was a rumor this past offseason, which I tend to believe. There's another one-timer. That Kyle Shanahan, formerly of the Toronto Maple Leafs, he was their president of hockey ops. He was interested in becoming the same position here in Buffalo to turn this franchise around. When he asked Terry, Terry said, no, I'm the president of hockey operations. Terry has run this team, this franchise, into the ground through his mismanagement, his constant meddling in hockey affairs. He should just leave it up to the hockey minds who he pays to do this stuff for him. The GM has said he tried to trade for Nate Chess and he refused. Yeah, but let's go back to the root of this cause. 15 years ago, players wanted to come to Buffalo. We were winning. This team, this franchise was consistently in the playoffs, great fan base. They had a wait list for season ticket holders. It was a buzzing atmosphere at the KeyBank Center night in, night out. Then, 14 years of degradation and mismanagement, and you get to the point now where players are no longer wanting to come to this team. They don't waive their no-trade clauses. You're looking past what the root cause of the problem is. The root cause is Terry Pegula. That's what's happening here. That's what's been happening. I should just make a whole video essay about how to mismanage a hockey franchise. That's a lot of work, but a lot of those same points in that video have been said just now by me. But ask yourself, why are players not wanting to come to Buffalo? Why are players not signing here in Buffalo? Why do the Sabres not find themselves not able to pay players? It's all goes back to Terry Pegula. There's been so many players, so many GMs, so many starting goalies, so many coaches, coaching staffs, executive offices over these last 15 years. Let me ask you, Remy, what is the singular constant out of all of that? What figure these last 15 years or 14 years of no playoff appearances? It's Terry Pegula. We haven't won a single trade under Adams. Look at all the trades we've lost. See, Al, I will push back on that. Or AI. We won the Ryan McLeod trade. We won the Rasmus Ristolainen trade, where we picked up Devin Levi and Yuri Kulik. I think that was the one, or maybe it was Noah Ostlund. But we've won a few trades under Kevin Adams. Mark, we do. Why 3 goalies? Because Kevin Adams signed UPL to an absurd 5-year contract that pays him over $4.25 million a year, and we would take on some good amount of dead cap if we. Oh my goodness. How did that go into the net? This period just gets worse. I'm not even focusing on the game. It's whatever. Let's see. What happened here? Puck just took a weird deflection off the end boards, and I think this one goes off the back of Ellis and into the net. Yeah, Victor, that is kind of what was happening. So yeah, it looks like this shot went off the glass, goes off the back of Ellis' skate and into the net. Yeah, it's just not getting it tonight. Kim Pegula was kind of running. She was the main voice why we hired Rex Ryan and then Sean McDermott. Yeah, the Sabres have just totally capitulated here in this third period. What a pathetic team. And the entire building has just emptied out. I knew paying UPL after one good season was a mistake. I had a sneaking suspicion, but the argument at the time was that if we don't pay him, who else do we have coming down the pipeline? Levi wasn't ready then, still isn't now. I don't know. Nice voice crack. I don't know. It's just this team just has been run into the ground. Once proud franchise has been reduced to nothing. Nothing. But to all those people defending Terry Pegula, saying, "Oh, look at that, he's still a good owner. The Bills have been winning. The Bills got lucky with the unicorn. We were able to get a franchise quarterback, a generational quarterback. Covers up for a lot of flaws. And I lost, went to the game tonight. So sorry, Mark." Almost went. Oh, almost went. Let me remind you, Calgary played last night in Chicago. They played in Chicago last night. So. Yep. I'm just so over this team. There's 1 minute to go in this period. There is no one left in the arena. And there you had their backup goalie, Devin Kulu, who gave up 2 stinkers. This team is just so bad. I don't know why this team just tries. Ugh. What an awful game. I don't know why my clock wasn't running before. There's only 20 seconds left. It's about a minute behind. It looks like Power's just going to give up. He's going to hold on to the puck. He's going to hang on to it. And here come the Boo Birds. Half-hearted boos because no one's left in the arena. And that's it. What an awful game. What an awful game. And you have games against Chicago, Carolina, Pittsburgh, and New Jersey for quality teams. Quality teams. This was your chance to do something, anything. And they blew it. First win for Cooley since 2024. Probably his first win since he played for Buffalo. But that's really bad. Yeah, that was, I'd say, his second. His Utah start wasn't very good. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Oh, what a terrible game. Very, very bad. But I appreciate all of you joining me here. I hope next time that I stream that I am healthy, not feeling sick, have some more energy. Tonight just wasn't it on so many levels. And this team sucks. And what did we expect? But anyways, folks, I was done. Okay, I missed. Jeez, nothing's going right. I was done. This here is Buffalo Sports Center. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I wish the Sabres could have gotten 3 in a row. Tonight was a prime opportunity to do so, but they blew it. And I appreciate everyone here. AI, Mark, I know Elijah was here earlier, Victor, Joe, Zadie, Remy, even though we disagree. Sawyer was here, Moose, AMB, and everyone else. Thank you so much for tuning into tonight's game and commenting and engaging with me. I appreciate it. Joe, I'll answer your question one last time before we leave. Do the Sabres even have medical training or nutrition staff? You know, it's funny. We just hired a new development coach this summer, Patrick Allavan. Real Duo Prime, hello and good night. Yeah, I believe Cal is streaming the Bills-Texans game tomorrow night, Thursday Night Football. Hopefully the Bills can get their first win in Houston since 2008. Yes, it's been... math. 17 years since the Bills won in Houston. We'll see if they can do it tomorrow night. But that's it from me. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bug